Okay, so I was looking for someone to do a demo around the issue of hoarding because I know that's a challenge for a lot of people. And thank you so much for volunteering. I know it's going to be helpful to people that are challenged by this particular issue. You said that this shows up in your life in many different areas.
Yes.
Okay, and so, but today we're going to just target one. And I asked you to think about which one was the most pressing and the one that was you felt like really needed attention. And so tell me about that. What area are we working on today?
I think that area would be with my clutter in my room, my office.
Okay. And is that where you are right now?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And before we get started, do you have some water nearby?
I do. Yes.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. So just sitting in that space and looking around, what are you feeling?
Clutter.
Uh-huh.
Everything around me is different parts of my clutter parts are in my room, and I've been working on this with other practitioners, and I have not been able to crack the code yet.
Okay. So for one person, they look at their clutter and they feel panic. Another person feels shame. Another one feels sadness. What is the emotion when you look around right now? What is the emotion you're feeling?
I think when I look around, I think shame.
Shame.
Yeah.
Okay. And 0 to 10 on the shame as you're feeling right now?
I would say probably a 6.
Okay. And so for the purpose of this session, if we got that feeling of shame from 6 down to a 2 or below, how might that feel to you as a possible goal? We're probably going to surpass that, but let's start off with something small. How would you feel if you got rid of some of the shame around this?
I think I would feel really good.
Okay, awesome. So now thinking about the clutter in your office there, it's a 6. Do you feel it anywhere in your body?
I feel it in my eyes.
In your eyes, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's tap on the side of the hand. And if I ask you to repeat anything that doesn't sound true, you'd like to say in a different way, something else floats in, by all means, you have full permission. And I encourage you actually to interrupt me and tell me what's going on, because really the power of EFT is for me to use your words as much as I can. Okay, even though I feel all the shame in my eyes.
Even though I feel all the shame in my eyes.
Just looking at all this clutter in my room.
Just looking at all this clutter in my room.
Everything around me.
Everything around me.
Feeling all this shame in my eyes.
Feeling all the shame in my eyes.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Does that resonate?
Yeah.
Okay. Even though
I
feel the shame in my eyes.
I feel the shame in my eyes.
Just sitting here in this room.
Just sitting here in this room.
Looking at all the clutter.
Looking at all the clutter.
Everything around me.
Everything around me.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I look at all the clutter.
Even though I look at all the clutter.
Everything around me in this room.
Everything around me in this room.
And I feel all the shame in my eyes.
And I feel all the shame in my eyes.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Good. All the shame in my eyes.
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 All right, great. So sitting there in your room, looking at all the clutter around you, is it still shame? Is it still a 6? Is it still in your eyes?
Yeah, because I still see all my clutter.
Okay. Still shame?
Still shame.
Still a 6?
Still, yeah, probably a 6.
Okay. Still in your eyes?
I felt a little butterfly flying around in my belly.
And in your belly. Okay, great. All right. I want you to think about one particular area of your room. Could be the desk, could be the shelves, could be basket on the floor. Pick one.
Okay.
Where are you looking at?
On the side of my desk underneath the table.
Under the table. And what's there?
Well, a garbage can with a bunch of papers piled on top.
Okay.
A tin with some all of my old videotapes of my kids, and a seed catalog, and my purse, and a bunch of pens and stuff.
Okay, great. So looking at that, is it still shame?
Shame, overwhelm.
Yeah. Which one is stronger, the shame or the overwhelm?
Probably shame.
Okay. And is it still in your belly at this point?
Yeah, I felt that butterfly.
Okay.
All that.
All right. And is it a 6 or higher or lower?
Looking directly at it, probably went up to a 7.
All righty. Okay. So even though I'm feeling all the shame in my belly,
I'm feeling all the shame in my belly.
just looking at all the clutter under my desk.
Just looking at all the clutter under my desk.
I got a garbage can piled with papers.
A garbage can piled with papers.
Videotapes, seed catalogs.
Videotapes and seed catalogs.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I feel all the shame in my belly.
Even though I feel all the shame in my belly.
Looking at all the clutter under the table.
Looking at all the clutter under the table.
The papers piled on top of that garbage can.
Papers piled on top of that garbage can.
The videotapes, the seed catalogs.
The videotapes and the seed catalogs.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I feel all the shame in my belly.
Even though I feel all the shame in my belly.
Looking at all the clutter under my desk.
Looking at all the clutter under my desk.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
All the shame in my belly.
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 Okay. Take a look. And is it still shame? Still a 7?
Yeah, still shame.
Mm-hmm.
Still a 7 because I see the clutter on top of the table too.
Okay. Okay. And so what do you tell yourself about that? About what's all that clutter? On either pick on top of the table or under the desk. What do you tell yourself about that?
I tell myself that I'm not very professional. If I were a professional, I wouldn't have that clutter.
Okay. Okay. Is it still in your belly? That shame?
Yeah.
Okay. So even though
I
look at that clutter on top of the table,
and
I feel all the shame in my belly,
and I feel all the shame in my belly,
and I tell myself I'm not very professional.
and I tell myself I'm not very professional.
I wouldn't have all this clutter if I were professional.
I wouldn't have all this clutter if I were professional.
And I'm open to the possibility
I'm open to the possibility
that I can still accept myself.
that I can still accept myself.
Even though I feel all the shame in my belly.
Even though I feel all the shame in my belly.
Looking at all the stuff on top of the table.
Looking at all the stuff on top of the table.
And I tell myself I'm not very professional.
And I tell myself I'm not very professional.
I'm open to the possibility
I'm open to the possibility
that I can still accept myself.
that I can still accept myself.
Even though I look at all the clutter on top of the table
Even though I look at all the clutter on the top of the table
and I feel the shame in my belly,
and I feel the shame in my belly.
I'm not very professional.
Not very professional.
I wouldn't have all of this clutter if I were professional.
I wouldn't have all this clutter if I were a professional.
I'm open to the possibility I can still accept myself.
I'm open to the possibility that I can still accept myself.
Good. All the shame in my belly.
All the shame in my belly.
All of 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 the shame in my belly.
Okay. All right. Have a sip of water. Good. Let's have a look at the stuff on top of your table. And shame, 0 to 10.
Still there. It's
Okay.
shame. It's not going anywhere.
And is it still, I'm not very professional?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Like I think I said in the email, I come from a long line of hoarders. So passed down from my mom and dad. And I don't know how to break the cycle.
Okay. Okay. So I'm feeling that you're still in a, I mean, yeah, it's shame producing, but you're still pretty regulated here. I'm going to go a different tact.
Okay.
I want you to think about either on top of the desk or under the desk. Which would you like to see if we can actually do something about right now?
Probably under the desk.
Okay. So let's take one of those things. Let's take the videotapes. Where should they be? Where should they go?
Good question. Right. Probably in my closet.
In your closet? Which closet?
That's another good question. Probably downstairs.
Downstairs, where? In what room?
In my spare bedroom.
Okay. Is there room in the closet in the spare bedroom?
There is now.
Okay. And I want you to think about your next step is going to be to go and put those videotapes down in the closet in the spare bedroom. What are you feeling? What's the emotion?
Little panic because I am not done with them.
What do you mean you're not done with them?
I want to transfer them from the videotape onto like a DVD. So, and I haven't done that yet.
Okay. And if you move them to the closet, what?
I'm afraid I'll forget where I put them.
Okay. And so the fear that you will have forgotten where you put them, how strong is that?
Probably about a 7.
Okay. Where do you feel that?
In my chest.
Okay. Even though I feel all this fear in my chest.
Even though I feel all this fear in my chest.
Just imagining taking these videotapes.
Just imagining taking these videotapes.
And putting them in the spare bedroom, in the closet.
And putting them in the spare bedroom in the closet.
I have this fear that I'll forget I put them there.
I have this fear that I'll forget that I put them there.
And right here, right now, I'm okay.
Right here, right now, I'm okay.
Does that resonate for you?
Sure.
Okay. Even though
I
feel all of this fear.
I feel all of this fear.
And panic.
And panic.
In my chest.
In my chest.
just imagining taking these videotapes downstairs.
Just imagining taking these videotapes downstairs.
What if I forget where I put them?
What if I forget where I put them?
And right here, right now, I'm okay.
And right here, right now, I'm okay.
Even though I feel all of this fear and panic in my chest.
Even though I feel all of this fear and panic in my chest.
That I'm going to forget that I put them there.
That I'm going to forget that I put them there.
Right here, right now, I'm okay.
Right here, right now, I'm okay.
All this fear and panic in my chest.
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 Okay.
I'm sweating.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. I don't know if that's a good sign. We'll see. So, all right. Thinking about taking those tapes and putting them down in the spare bedroom closet. Give me a level of fear and panic.
I would say a 6.
Okay. Is there anything else that came through your mind while we were working on that?
It's like a lot of things that I don't put it away because I'm afraid I won't be able to find it again.
Okay.
Which
All right.
then I have the clutter.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Have another sip of water.
Yep.
Okay. Here we go. Even though I feel this fear and panic.
I feel this fear and panic.
That if I take these videotapes downstairs.
That if I take these videotapes downstairs.
Put them in the spare bedroom closet.
Put them in the spare bedroom closet.
I'll forget that I put them there.
I'll forget that I put them there.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I feel this fear and panic.
Even though I feel this fear and panic.
In my chest.
In my chest.
That I'm going to put the videotapes downstairs in the bedroom closet.
That I'm going to put these videotapes downstairs in the bedroom closet.
And I'll forget that they're there.
And I'll forget that they're there.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I feel this fear and panic in my chest.
Even though I feel this fear and panic in my chest.
That I'll put the videotapes downstairs in the spare bedroom closet.
That I'll put the videotapes downstairs in the bedroom closet.
And I will forget that they're there.
And I will forget that they're there.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
All this fear and panic in my chest.
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 Okay. Look at the videotapes. Imagine that you go downstairs and you put them in the spare bedroom closet now. How does that feel?
Probably changed more to guilt.
Guilt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guilt that I haven't done it yet.
Okay. All right. And give me a guilt level 0 to 10.
Maybe a 4.
Okay. Do you feel that guilt anywhere in your body?
Kind of in my throat.
Okay. All right. Even though I feel this guilt in my throat.
Even though I feel this guilt in my throat.
That I haven't done it yet.
That I haven't done it yet.
I'm open to the possibility.
I'm open to the possibility.
That I can still accept myself.
That I can still accept myself.
Even though I feel this guilt in my throat.
Even though I feel this guilt in my throat.
That I haven't done it yet.
That I haven't done it yet.
I'm open to the possibility
I'm open to the possibility
that I can still accept myself.
that I can still accept myself.
Even though I feel this guilt in my throat,
Even though I feel this guilt in my throat,
that I haven't just taken the videotapes downstairs.
that I haven't just taken those videotapes downstairs.
I'm open to the possibility
I'm open to the possibility
that I can still accept myself.
that I can still accept myself.
All this guilt in my throat,
All this guilt in my throat.
all this guilt in my throat,
All this guilt in my throat.
all this guilt in my throat,
All this guilt in my throat.
all this guilt in my throat,
All this guilt in my throat.
all this guilt in my throat,
All this guilt in my throat.
all this guilt in my throat,
All this guilt in my throat.
all this guilt in my throat,
All this guilt in my throat.
all this guilt in my throat.
All this guilt in my throat.
Okay.
Looking at those videotapes.
Yes.
Embarrassed.
Embarrassed.
Yeah.
Embarrassed. Explain. Embarrassed at what?
Embarrassed that I don't take the time to do it, to transfer them.
And how strong is that?
Probably not extremely strong, maybe a
Okay.
3.
Okay. Do you feel that anywhere in your body?
I think it's back in my eyes.
Okay. Even though I feel this embarrassment in my eyes,
Even though I feel this embarrassment in my eyes,
that I haven't taken the time to just do it.
that I haven't taken the time to just do it.
I'm open to the possibility
I'm open to the possibility
that I can still accept myself.
that I can still accept myself.
Even though I feel this embarrassment in my eyes,
Even though I feel this embarrassment in my eyes,
that I just haven't taken the time to do it.
that I just haven't taken the time to do it.
I'm open to the possibility
I'm open to the possibility
that I can still accept myself.
that I can still accept myself.
Even though I feel this embarrassment in my eyes,
Even though I feel this embarrassment in my eyes,
that I just haven't taken the time to do it.
that I just haven't taken the time to do it.
I'm open to the possibility
Open to the possibility
that I can still accept myself.
that I can still accept myself.
All this embarrassment in my eyes,
All this embarrassment in my eyes.
all this embarrassment in my eyes,
All this embarrassment in my eyes.
all this embarrassment in my eyes,
All this embarrassment in my eyes.
all this embarrassment in my eyes,
All this embarrassment in my eyes.
all this embarrassment in my eyes,
All this embarrassment in my eyes.
all this embarrassment in my eyes,
All this embarrassment in my eyes.
all this embarrassment in my eyes,
All this embarrassment in my eyes.
all this embarrassment in my eyes.
All this embarrassment in my eyes.
So embarrassment that you just haven't taken the time to do it.
Maybe a 1 or a 2.
Okay. So can I invite you to do it? I will hit pause and you can do it. How does that feel? And I'm going to ask you to do it now.
Oh, that brings up a little more.
Yeah, well, that's the ultimate test, isn't it? So, so what does it bring up?
I'm not ready.
Okay, let's hear why.
I don't know.
Okay. Even though I'm not ready and I don't know why,
Even though I'm not ready and I don't know why,
I'm willing to find out why.
I'm willing to find out why.
Yeah, even though I'm not ready and I don't know why,
Even though I'm not ready and I don't know why,
I want to know why.
I want to know why.
Does that sound true?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Even though
Even though
I'm not ready and I don't know why.
I'm not ready and I don't know why,
Yeah, maybe tapping will help.
maybe tapping will help.
I don't know why.
I don't know why.
I want to find out.
I want to find out.
I'm not ready and I don't know why.
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 Not ready and I don't know why.
I'm not ready and I don't know why.
Not ready and I don't know why.
I'm not ready and I don't know why.
Not ready and I don't know why.
All right, take a guess. Why aren't you ready?
I think putting those in the closet is like putting the memories away, and I'm not ready to put those memories away.
Okay. What do you think is going to happen if you put the memories downstairs in the closet?
I'll forget.
I'll forget. Okay. So even though I'm feeling some emotion,
I'm feeling some emotion,
just thinking that if I put the videotapes
just thinking that I might put the videotapes
downstairs in the spare bedroom closet,
downstairs in the spare bedroom closet,
I'm going to forget the memories.
I'm gonna forget the memories.
And I accept this is how I feel.
And I accept this is how I feel.
Even though I'm feeling all this emotion,
I'm feeling all of this emotion,
thinking about putting those videotapes downstairs in the bedroom closet,
thinking about putting those videotapes downstairs in the closet.
because in my mind, putting them there
Because in my mind, putting them there
means I will be putting away the memories.
it means I will be putting away the memories.
And I accept this is how I feel.
And I accept this is how I feel.
Even though just imagining putting the videotapes downstairs in the bedroom closet
Even just imagining putting those videotapes downstairs in the closet.
For me, it means that I'm putting the memories away.
For me, it means I'm putting the memories away.
And I'm feeling all these emotions.
And I'm feeling all these emotions.
I accept that's how I feel.
I accept that's how I feel.
If I put away the videotapes, I'll be putting away the memories.
If I put away the videotapes, I'll be putting away the memories.
If I put the videotapes downstairs, I'll be putting away the memories.
If I put the videotapes downstairs, I'll be putting away the memories.
I'll be putting away the memories.
I'll be putting away the memories.
If I put away the videotapes.
If I put away the videotapes.
Feels like I'll be putting away the memories.
Feels like I'll be putting away the memories.
If I put the videotapes downstairs.
If I put the videotapes downstairs.
Feels like I'll be putting away the memories.
Feels like I'll be putting away the memories.
If I put the videotapes downstairs.
If I put the videotapes downstairs.
Okay, I want to ask, I just wanted to jump in and start tapping, but let's talk about that. Thinking that if you put the videotapes from your office downstairs to the bedroom, it feels like you're putting away the memories. What's the emotion that comes up?
Fear.
Fear. And fear about what exactly?
Fear of losing those memories.
And why do you think you're going to lose the memories simply by putting the videotapes from one place to another? In your mind, where do you go with that?
Probably because I saw my parents do that.
Aha.
Uh,
Okay. All right. All right. And so do you have any particular memory of them losing their memory that still stands out in your mind?
Yeah, they're both kind of just going through that.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So just pick one instance, one event that comes to mind around them losing their memory.
Gosh. Anytime that I talk to my mom, she repeats the same stories like 3 times, 4 times.
When did you talk to her last?
Probably about a month ago.
And that was the case.
Yeah.
Okay. She repeated the story a few times, 3 or 4 times.
Yep.
Okay. Your fear that you're going to end up like that, is it fear or some other emotion that you're going to end up like that?
Yeah, it's fear.
0 to 10.
I'd give that probably a good 8 or 9.
Do you feel that anywhere in your body?
I would say in my gut.
Okay. Even though I feel all this fear in my gut,
Even though I feel all this fear in my gut,
just thinking that if I move these videotapes,
just thinking that if I move these videotapes,
I could end up just like my mother,
I could end up just like my mother,
repeating the same story 3 or 4 times
repeating the same story 3 or 4 times.
when I talked to her last.
When I talked to her last,
I know she's losing her memory,
I know she's losing her memory,
and I deeply and completely accept myself.
and I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I feel all this fear in my gut,
Even though I feel all this fear in my gut,
that I'm going to lose my memory,
that I'm going to lose my memory,
like my mother,
like my mother,
the way she was repeating stories 3 or 4 times last time I spoke to her.
the way she was repeating stories 3 or 4 times the last time I talked to her.
To me, that's what those videotapes represent.
To me, that's what those videotapes represent.
And I feel this fear.
And I feel this fear.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I feel all this fear in my gut,
Even though I feel all this fear in my gut,
just thinking about the last time I spoke to my mother,
just thinking about the last time I spoke to my mother,
how she was repeating the stories 3 or 4 times.
how she was repeating her stories 3 or 4 times.
She was losing her memory.
She's losing her memory.
I'm afraid that's what's going to happen if I move those videotapes.
I'm afraid that's what's going to happen if I move those videotapes.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
But this fear in my gut,
This fear in my gut.
this fear in my gut,
This fear in my gut.
this fear in my gut,
This fear in my gut.
this fear in my gut,
This fear in my gut.
this fear in my gut,
This fear in my gut.
this fear in my gut,
This fear in my gut.
this fear in my gut,
This fear in my gut.
this fear in my gut.
This fear in my gut.
All right, have a sip of water. Okay, so thinking about the videotapes, that if you move them downstairs, you might risk losing your memory like your mom. How strong is that?
Maybe a 6.
Okay. Anything else come to mind about it?
Reminds me of, I think I'm afraid of losing those memories because they did that with the videotapes of us kids, and I don't have those memories because they're still on the tapes in the basement at their old house that my sister's living in.
Okay. So they did that to you. You know they're still down there and they're still on tapes. Do you know what condition they're in?
Very kind of delicate.
You went and you saw them?
Yeah, when we moved my parents to the assisted living, we saw them.
Okay. All right. And so thinking that your memories are still down there and in your parents' basement.
Yep.
How does that make you feel about putting your own videotapes away? What's the emotion?
I don't want to do it.
Okay. Because if you move them down to the bedroom closet, what?
I'm gonna forget.
All right. And what's the emotion?
Fear.
Okay.
Back to that fear.
Yeah, 0 to 10.
Maybe a 6
Do you feel it anywhere?
in my chest.
Okay. Even though I feel all this fear in my chest,
Even though I feel all this fear in my chest,
I don't want to move those videotapes.
I don't want to move those videotapes.
I'm afraid if I move them,
I'm afraid if I move them,
they might end up the same way my childhood videotapes ended up.
They might end up the same way my childhood videotapes ended up.
In a very delicate, they're very delicate, and they're sitting in my parents' basement.
They're very delicate and sitting in my parents' basement.
Yeah. And I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I feel all this fear in my chest.
Even though I feel all this fear in my chest.
Just thinking about the condition of those videotapes in my parents' basement.
Just thinking about the condition of those videotapes in my parents' basement.
Yeah, I might forget the videotapes if I move them down to the bedroom closet.
I might forget my videotapes if I move them downstairs to that bedroom closet.
They might end up the same way.
They might end up the same way.
And I deeply and completely accept myself.
And I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I feel all this fear in my chest.
Even though I feel all this fear in my chest.
I am afraid that I'm going to forget the videotapes.
I'm afraid that I'm going to forget the videotapes.
If I move them downstairs.
If I move them downstairs.
They may end up the same way the other videotapes ended up.
They may end up the same way that the other videotapes ended up.
In my parents' basement.
In my parents' basement.
In a very delicate state.
In a very delicate state.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
All this fear in my chest.
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 All this fear in my chest. I think it's anger.
Anger at what?
Anger at my parents for not transferring the videos when they could remember. Anger at myself for doing the same thing.
Okay. Which is stronger?
My parents or myself?
Yeah.
It's probably easier to be angry at my parents.
Sure, why not?
Sure, why not?
Anger 0 to 10.
I would give it a probably a 5 or a 6.
Okay. And do you feel that anywhere?
I feel that in my gut.
All right. Even though I feel all this anger in my gut.
Even though I feel all this anger in my gut.
All this anger at my parents.
All this anger at my parents.
Because they could have transferred them when they could remember.
Because they could have transferred them when they could remember.
And now they can't.
And now they can't.
And I feel this anger.
And I feel this anger.
I accept this is how I feel.
I accept this is how I feel.
Even though I feel all this anger in my gut.
Even though I feel all this anger in my gut.
All this anger at my parents.
All this anger at my parents.
Just thinking about those tapes in their basement.
Just thinking about those tapes in their basement.
They could have transferred them when they could remember.
They could have transferred them when they could remember.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I feel all this anger in my gut.
Even though I feel all this anger in my gut.
Because they could have transferred them when they could remember.
Because they could have transferred them when they could remember.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
All this anger in my gut.
All this anger in my gut.
All this anger in my gut.
All this anger in my gut. Comes my yawn.
Good, good. All this anger in my gut.
All this anger in my gut.
All this anger at my parents.
All this anger at my parents.
They could have transferred them when they could remember.
They could have transferred them when they could remember.
All this anger in my gut.
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 All this anger at my parents.
All this anger at my parents.
Okay.
Right?
Good.
Oh.
That's good.
Anger at my parents, right?
Anger at your parents because when they could have done it, they didn't.
Right? Why did they do that? I don't know why. Oh, that makes me mad.
Okay. Oh, that makes me so mad.
That makes me so mad.
And I deeply, completely accept myself.
I deeply, completely accept myself.
Even though I feel so mad.
Even though I feel so mad.
Why did they do that?
Why did they do that?
I deeply, completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I feel, oh, so mad.
Even though I feel oh so mad.
Why did they do that?
Why did they do that?
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Oh, so mad.
Oh, so mad.
Why did they do that?
Why did they do that?
So mad.
So mad.
So mad at my parents.
So mad at my parents.
Oh, why did they do that?
Oh, why did they do that?
Why did they do that?
Why did they do that?
So mad.
So mad.
Why did they do that?
Why did they do that? I don't know why they did that.
Okay.
And they won't remember why they did that.
Yep.
Ah,
Okay. So, thinking about the videotapes in your house, right?
right.
And putting them downstairs in the closet, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling like sad.
Okay, say more. Sad because?
Um, I think maybe that's a way of keeping those memories present by keeping them here by me in my room
Mm-hmm.
because the kids have all moved out. So that's like tangible.
Okay. All right. Even though I feel all of this sadness,
I feel all of the sadness.
do you feel that anywhere?
Just kind of like a heaviness in the gut.
Okay. 0 to 10 of the sadness.
Maybe a 3.
Okay. Even though I feel all this sadness and this heaviness in my gut,
Even though I feel the sadness and this heaviness in my gut.
because I want to keep the memories.
Because I want to keep the memories.
I want to keep them present.
I want to keep them present.
And by keeping the videotapes here,
By keeping the videotapes here,
I think that keeps them present.
I think that keeps them present.
And I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I feel all this sadness,
Even though I feel all the sadness,
all this heaviness in my gut,
all this heaviness in my gut.
if I keep the videotapes here,
If I keep the videotapes here,
under the desk,
under the desk,
they're present.
they're present.
It's tangible.
It's tangible.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I feel all of this sadness
Even though I feel all of the sadness
and this heaviness in my gut,
and this heaviness in my gut,
I want to keep them here.
I want to keep them here.
It keeps those memories present.
It keeps those memories present.
To have the videotapes right here.
To have those videotapes right here.
Yep. I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
The sadness and heaviness in my gut.
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 I don't want to move them.
I want to move them.
I want to keep them right here.
I want to keep them right here.
Where the memories are present.
Where the memories are present.
I want to keep those videotapes right here.
I'm going to keep those videotapes right here. It's almost like a guilt trip to myself that every time I walk past them, I kind of like shame myself into trying to motivate myself to finish that get them transferred.
Okay. All right. So what actually needs to happen in order to get them transferred?
I need to have time. I need to
Okay.
make time
Okay. When is the next, and to do what? Time to do what with them exactly?
to transfer them from the tape to my computer so that I can burn them to a disk.
Oh, you actually have the capability to do that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So if it's a choice between moving them downstairs or carving time for yourself to do that, which one would you like to do? This is about you. This is about what works for you. So
Right.
I'm not saying you have to move them downstairs to the closet. No.
Don't make me.
we're gonna, you know, it's smarter goal setting. We're evaluating and readjusting the goal. Readjusting the goal means, is it possible? It's for you to carve out time to convert those videotapes.
Yeah.
Okay. When do you have time to do that?
Weekends are my time to do that.
Okay. And so this coming weekend, is that possible?
Possible.
What day?
Sunday.
Sunday. What hours are you available to do that?
Probably early afternoon.
Okay.
So
What needs to happen in order for you to carve out time to have Sunday afternoon free to do that?
I need to say no to some other people.
Like who?
Friends and my honey.
Okay. And so imagining telling all your, you already have plans or not really? They're going to just randomly, spontaneously call you.
Possibly. Sometimes things come up over the weekend, so.
Okay. Imagine telling your honey, hey, early afternoon Sunday for X amount of time, I am going to transfer those videotapes. Do you feel okay doing that? What comes up?
Yeah, I feel okay telling him that. He would probably applaud it so that they can
Okay.
get out of my room.
Okay. All right. Okay. So that feels doable.
Yeah.
Okay. Looking at the stuff under your desk, is there anything that you could potentially discard?
Yes.
What?
The flyers for the like wood chip places, like the tree services, because I wanted to see if I could call them to get wood chips for my garden.
Okay. Thinking, and so where might that material, that information be if it's not on a piece of paper?
I could put it on a spreadsheet on my computer.
Do you have a spreadsheet for that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. Thinking that you're going to do that, let's do it right now. Can you actually throw away the flyer and before you do that, put it on a spreadsheet?
I could.
Okay. How does that feel to do that?
That feels okay.
All right. I'm going to hit pause. Okay. We've taken a minute and success. Did you throw away the flyers?
I have not thrown them away yet.
Okay. How does it feel to actually throw them away?
It would feel good to throw them away.
Let's throw them away right now.
Okay. I'm going to throw them away right now.
There you go. All right. Awesome. Okay. Do you have more, you have a little more time?
Yeah.
Okay. For many people, it is a pattern of, you know, either their parents and all of that. And it also could be that you did have something that was thrown away or misplaced or lost. Has that happened to you where you've lost something of value, valuable to you? Yes.
Yeah.
Do you mind telling me what that was?
When I was a kid, I had a favorite blankie, and my blankie was so in such bad shape. It was tied in knots. It was like that, almost like long underwear type fabric stuff.
Mhm.
And my parents took it away from me and threw it out.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
Yeah.
Have you done any tapping on that?
I have not on that one.
Okay. Can we do some tapping?
Sure.
Have you ever done matrix reimprinting?
No.
Okay. All right. So you know the finger points
Yep.
on the hand? Okay. So I'm going to have you do that. And then at some point, I'm going to have you possibly tapping on your little girl. And it could look like you tapping in the air. You could keep tapping on your own points. You could keep tapping on your finger points. It doesn't really matter. And then at the very end, I'm just going to have you put one hand on top of the other on your chest.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So with matrix reimprinting, you're going to be working on that little girl that lost her blanket. And the best way energetically to connect with her is for you to stay separate and not become her. You are the caring, compassionate, grounded, strong mother presence, strong adult presence there for her.
Okay.
So if I hear that you're merging or you're maybe sounding like a little girl, or I'm going to just remind you, be yourself, be present, separate.
Okay.
Okay. So I want you to go ahead and start tapping on your side of hand and your finger points. And you're just going to do that repeatedly over and over again. Doesn't matter how many times. And when you feel comfortable doing that without looking or paying too much attention, you could close your eyes if you feel comfortable.
Okay.
And then I want you to find that little girl whose favorite blankie was taken away from her. And tell me when you see her or sense her or feel her.
Yeah, I think she's there.
Okay. Approximately how old is she?
I'm guessing around maybe 7.
Okay. All right. And I'm just going to also have you take a minute to resource yourself, meaning if there's a religious figure, spiritual figure, energy in your body, color, a relative who always made you feel safe, just bring that in right now to inside of you and just feel that connection to whatever that is.
Okay.
You got it?
Yep.
Okay. So I want you to see that 7-year-old girl and just connect with her. Does she know that you're there?
Yep.
Can you tell me what room you might be in or where you might be at with her?
From the past or now?
From the past, if she's there, she just had her blankie taken away. Where'd you be?
I would say my old bedroom in the hallway.
Great. So you're going to see you next to her in the hallway. Good. You're going to freeze anyone else who's in the house so they can't speak or interact with you or her at all. And I want you to, again, connect with her and ask her how she feels. And when she tells you, relay that back to me.
Scared?
Yeah, yeah. So be there, strong mother presence for her. You're strong. She needs an adult to make her feel safe. You're going to take her hand and you're going to tap on the side of it.
Okay.
And we're going to say aloud for her, you repeating after me, even though you're feeling scared.
Even though you're feeling scared,
I'm here.
I'm here.
In this moment.
In this moment.
You're safe with me.
You're safe with me.
Even though you're feeling scared.
Even though you're feeling scared.
I'm here for you.
I'm here for you.
You're not alone.
You're not alone.
I'm going to help you through this.
I'm going to help you through this.
Even though you're feeling scared,
Even though you're feeling scared,
I'm here to help you through this.
I'm here to help you through this.
You're not alone.
You're not alone.
You're going to be okay.
You're going to be okay.
Good. Imagine tapping on her points. Feeling scared.
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 You're feeling scared.
Feeling scared.
But I'm here for you.
I'm here for you.
You're going to be okay.
You're going to be okay.
Good. Go back to tapping on your finger points inside of hand and check on her. See how she's doing now.
Not as scared.
Not as scared. Perfect. That's what we want. I want you to ask her if there was a belief or decision that she created as a result of having this very important item taken away from her. Any belief or decision about herself or the world or other people or things. What did she create as a result of that?
Probably there's something wrong with me.
There's something wrong with her. She thinks there's something wrong with her?
Yeah.
Because
why else would they take away my favorite blanket?
yeah. Okay. So from your higher self and all the ways that you've grown and evolved since you were 7 years old, from your wisest self, what do you want to tell her about that? Is there something wrong with her?
No, there's nothing wrong with her.
Knowing your parents the way that you do now as an adult, what do you want to tell her about that, about why they could have done that?
Because I don't know why they did that. They thought I was too old.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that, I think that blanket gave her comfort after getting hit by the car.
Okay. All right. So there's more there, but you reassuring her that there is absolutely nothing wrong with her. Is she listening? Is she taking that in?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what would she like to experience? Anything in the world she can experience now so that she can know for sure that there's really nothing wrong with her. How would she like to know that? Ask her. How would she like to know for sure? How would she like to know that what you've said is true, that there's nothing wrong with her?
I don't know.
Ask her. She knows.
Yeah. She just is looking for comfort.
Great. How would she like to receive comfort? Ask her.
I think she needed that from mom and dad.
Great. So watch that happen. You watch. She's going to get comfort from mom and dad. Watch that happen. Yeah, like giving her a hug. Great. Good. How do you think she's doing?
She's feeling a little overwhelmed.
In a good way? Ask her.
Yeah. Yeah, she says it feels good.
Okay. Ask her if there's anything else that we can give her that would make this even better. Mom and dad are comforting her. What would make it even better? Don't try to figure it out. Just get the answer from her if you can.
Yeah. Just, I guess, hearing an apology.
Great. Let that happen. You listen to that. You watch that. Mom and dad are giving her an apology.
Yeah, she says it feels good.
Good. What would she like to do next?
I don't know. She doesn't know.
Okay. She could stay in the hallway and hang out with mom and dad, hugging her and apologizing, or she could do something else. What would she like to do? Ask her.
I think she'd like to go outside and play.
Great. Excellent. So let's take her outside and so she can play.
Yeah.
And who would she like to play with?
Her dog at the time.
Great. And what kind of game or what kind of play would she like to engage in with her dog?
I don't know. He was a pretty dumb dog.
Okay.
He used to run around to the neighbors and go around the fence, so we'd have to go chase him over there.
Okay. But she's having fun with her dog now?
Yeah, she's having fun with the dog. She's
Okay.
getting him to play fetch.
Okay, great, great. All right, so I want you to place one hand on top of the other in the center of your chest. And you're going to bring that positive image in through the top of your head. She's outside. Notice what temperature it is, what season it is. She's there with her dog, having fun, playing fetch. She's just received this hug and this apology. She's getting comfort from mom and dad. Bring that in through the top of your head. Imagine it rewiring all the neural pathways with this information. Send the sight, smells, taste, colors of that event down to all the cells of your body. From the top of your head down to your toes. Bring all of that into your heart center. The feeling that there isn't anything wrong with you. That image of that girl playing with her dog outside, playing fetch. Have all of that grow, expand, intensify. When it feels like it's ready, go ahead and exhale all that out through your heart, sending it 360 degrees out in every direction. Take your time. When you're ready, you can open your eyes.
Yeah, she's having fun.
Good. That's good.
Running around in her underwear outside.
Good. Excellent. Okay. So now you've opened your eyes, you've been here. Now I want you to close your eyes again and check in on the girl that we originally met with in the hallway. What's changed about her? What do you notice?
She seems a little more grown up.
Okay.
Not as scared.
Okay. Excellent. Good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so who knew that this could be connected to all of this? Yep, interesting. So now I want you to think about the videotapes. You're feeling like you got a handle on that. You're going to set aside Sunday afternoon
Yep.
to work on it.
Yep.
You've thrown away your flyers that you put in your spreadsheet.
Yep.
Looking at the rest of the stuff under the desk, how are you feeling?
Like it wouldn't be that hard to throw it out because it's kind of just junk.
Okay. Okay, good. And now let's take the bigger picture of everything in your room. You were feeling, let me get my notes out here. All of the overwhelm and the guilt and the shame about everything in there was pretty high. How are you feeling now?
Like not as overwhelmed that I can find places for it or throw it out.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Excellent. So let's wrap this up. All right. Even though there's some more work to do around this,
Even though there's some more work to do around this,
I'm feeling better.
I'm feeling better.
Even though there's more work to do on this issue,
Even though there's more work to do on this issue,
I made some interesting connections.
I made some interesting connections.
And there were parts of me that were healed today.
And there were parts of me that were healed today.
Even though there's more work to do on this,
Even though there's more work to do on this,
I can be proud of the work I've started here.
I can be proud of the work I've started here.
I'm proud of the work.
I'm proud of the work.
I'm doing it.
I'm doing it.
I showed up to do some tapping on this.
I showed up to do some tapping on this.
And I'm feeling better.
I'm feeling better.
I'm not as overwhelmed.
Not as overwhelmed.
I don't feel so much shame.
I don't feel so much shame.
It actually feels doable.
It actually feels doable.
And I'm feeling more hopeful.
And I'm feeling more hopeful.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. And as I said to you, that sometimes it really is a matter of picking up one item and saying, what am I feeling in relation to this? And tapping on, I can't throw this away. This is a prized possession of mine. And what you're feeling, and that in the beginning, it does feel like you've got to take every little piece and look, and it gets faster and faster and easier to then just discard a bunch of stuff, or, do the 3-box system where one, the whole thing, all of this, you just haven't done it. I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. This was wonderful.
Thank you, Alina.